not bad. Let's see where we can put this. Let's put it there. So here we go. So this is me. Thank you for all your videos. This is me playing with the puppy to get it really going before I do one of the games. Just so we have lots of engagement. So if you notice, toys on the floor. The reason I like toy on the floor is because I look after a lot of little dogs, and little dogs spend their lives looking up, as do puppies. So by having it on the floor, we're just helping their muscles bend back downwards, where they to give a bit of balance to looking up all of the time. Obviously, I'm being very careful not to get him too overexcited. You might have seen is I've let him get it now. I don't want him to get turn around so you can see the video. There we go. I don't want him to get frustrated, but I'm not letting him go of the toy, because the toy and I and puppy, we're having a lovely game together, although he probably would rather have a lovely game without me. But the idea is to play together. Now, I don't know if you can see there, but he's shaking his head. He's doing a little head shake. This is, turn around, darling. Good boy. If you can see him, that head shake there, that's too over the top for any puppy. So I wouldn't let any pup do that. This isn't what I was going to teach you, but I'll do this anyway. So what I want to do is take the toy out of his mouth. So I'll turn around again. So here we go. All I'm going to do is stop pulling. I'll turn this way so he can see you. I'm going to try and stop pulling. I'm going to put as much, whoops, of the toy in my hand as I can to cover it, without covering his nostrils, because I obviously don't want to kill him. I don't know how many can say. Oh, that's handy, not covering his nostrils. And if you just saw there, his mouth is opening because he's trying to get a better grip. But because the toy is in my hand, good boy, yay! Whoa, there he is. That's right, that's right. Because the toy is in my hand, he can't get a better grip. But every time his mouth opens, I was able to gather a little bit more in my hand till it pops out. Good boy. Now, I was tugging. I don't tug till they retrieve. So as you can see, although he's got the toy, he is still coming back to me. It's one of the ideas of the retrieve as well. So he's coming straight back. Now, this toy I've had for about 8 years. So I really don't want him to destroy it. But I don't like the head shaking because it means the puppy is too overexcited. They're too aroused. Good boy. Ready? Ready? So I would normally stop the game at that point, particularly with dogs like terriers, possibly hounds, who would be killing live prey. That's what they originally bred for, but any breed, I just don't think it's needed. So I'm doing the same thing here, trying to get the toy out of his mouth. I'm not trying to take it away from him. There you go, good boy. So I don't want to take it away from him as such. I have other methods as well if that doesn't work, but with puppies it pretty much always does. So this is the Chase Recall game. Come back over here. That I got a couple of you to play. So I would just go, make sure he's excited, and then I'd throw it. And as usual, I've thrown it, and the dog's gone like, what's happened? Where's that gone? It's magic. What is he over here? Here he is. There he goes. There he is. Ready? Get it. There he goes. And I'm going to come back. Yay! And I never touch a puppy. Oh, we grabbed it. Never touch a puppy's toy. Never touch a puppy's toy. So, oh, he's dropped it himself. Ready. So I'm going to throw it. I'm going to restrain him. And when he gives in, get it. I'm going to let him free. The game in the book, I've got you flipping the toy back. But I think I'm going to put this version in the book as well. So you send the dog to get it. Good boy. One of the reasons for flipping the toy back is the dog hasn't left you. Whereas you might have a puppy that doesn't want to come back. So again, just going to hold it. Another method of letting it go is just hold his head up. Like a teacup. Just like holding a warm cup of tea. Nice cup of tea. And gravity should do the job as he hasn't got very much. So I'm not... There's a good boy! Not restricting his breathing. They get it at all. And the idea obviously is I'm giving the toy almost immediately back to him. So he doesn't feel the loss. So he's obviously taking it to his bed. But here he comes. The benefit of this is I've looked after dogs that have later on gone on to have item guarding problems. And because the dogs trust me, because I've never stolen a toy from them, because in the dog world, if a toy is in your mouth, it belongs to you, pretty much in the human world as well. If something's in your gob, it's yours. But I just want to make sure that puppy has full faith that I'm not going to take the toy away. So I never take anything away. They would have to say really dangerous for me to remove it at this age from their mouths. So, but again, you say if you want to get a toy away, I try to distract them with another toy. For this game, there is another game where we use 2 toys. But this is because sometimes you then get a dog that will chew the wrong thing because it knows you're going to distract it with a toy. We don't want to do that. But bless him, he's such a good little pup. He's not ready to go out yet. So now, did you see his paw move forward when my hands came closer? It's the first sign of possessiveness. He's just kind of, that's my toy, I just want to kind of get in your way. Oh, the other thing I was going to try and tell you was when I was playing with him, you might have noticed me putting my elbows out to kind of, not ward him off as such, but not let him be too full on. Oh, there we go! Haha, so as soon as he's dropped it. So I'll show you again. So it's kind of a bit like body blocking. So it's so he's getting used to me touching and handling him in a fun game. I don't use hands if I can avoid it. I don't use feet obviously either because it looks like a kick. Could accidentally hurt the pup. But dogs do use their hands for fighting, fornicating, fooling around, fleeing, freezing, those kinds of things. So I don't want to use my hands because I don't want him to think I'm doing any of those things at all. It's just a kind of way of getting him to move. I like puppies to move when I gently touch them, handle them, because when they're an adult on a group dog walk, I might have to, I don't mean shove them out of the way, but if there's an emergency going on, I might well have to shove a dog out of the way. So I want him to be perfectly happy, just being a little bit batted about a bit, just get used to the pressure of me. With a very big breed, some of the Mastiffs, they learn really early on that they can lean on you and you give in. So actually what I want them to learn instead is that if I lean on them, they should give in. And it's not about dominance or who's the leader. It's just the fact that if a dog's going to be 10 stone, I'm going to tell a little fib here, they'll be heavier than me. So I don't really want a dog that's bigger than me to learn to lean on me if I'm going to want to be able to take it out and handle it safely on walks. Good boys! I do something called giving in to lead pressure as well, which is becoming more and more common in clicker trainers, but I might do some of those for you later. But otherwise, oh, that's nice. Otherwise, I'm going to call that a day. Hopefully that's been helpful. I did my hair yesterday, so I look lovely. I've tried to find a neutral bit of a customer's house to not show too much. And obviously, box of puppies is lovely. Now, he's just pouring to go out that door, so I'm going to let him out to the toilet. So, thank you very much.